Hey, gang. Welcome in. Um, we're going to try just using the regular laptop mic because I'm going to be just trimming this tank today because I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about. I have some deliveries coming, but yeah, outside of that, I don't really. You can tell I can do some trimming. Oh. Shoot, my phone's making sound now. Yeah, outside of that, I don't really. Mute you. Pin message. Boom. There we go. So those are things. Hi. Sorry, I was like not on camera. You're talking to a shirt. Welcome in 3G, Zoltan. I saw Lando was in here first, and Sam was next. Huawei. Craig, Jenna. Thank you for coming today. Craig, it's like 4 a.m. for you or something. What are you doing? Go back to sleep. You're moving. But you can definitely tell that this, look at, it's pushing the red root floaters up. They're all flowering, which is like actually really beautiful. If you haven't, I don't know how well. This isn't the best camera in the world. Does it help if I like do that thing? I see people do that to try and get the autofocus to go. Well, you get what I'm trying to say. If you haven't seen it before, get yourself some red root floaters. It's so pretty when you get them to flower. They're like just the most tiny, delicate flowers, and then like they got this wonderful root system. That's hornwort. Why are you stuck in there? Hornwort, you're not a root. I sound like George. When did I start saying root and root? I can't even say it right. Root instead of root. Jesus. Root. I feel like an alien in my own body. Yeah, they definitely do that. That's for sure. But my Ludwigia in here is a jungly mess and needs trimming. And I know some people need plants. And like, I don't have a ton of money to ship stuff. But plants don't need to like get overnight shipping. Jesus. All right. I don't really know what I'm doing either. I'm just going to trim it down here because that makes sense to me. I'm going to trim it right below where it branched last time. So I feel like that will give me a big chunk that I can pull a lot of quote-unquote propagule from. You know what I mean? I just ripped that, but one bunch of Ludwigia. I think there's some Nodus grass tangled in that. Just a little bit. Here, let me raise that up a little. I'll move this light back. Just a little bit of Nodus grass tangled in there. I need to angle this computer better so I can see. Even though it's ugly, you can see the side of a bucket now. Ew, buckets. Zenger, welcome. I'm just trimming a tank. I hope you get. Is the audio good? Can you guys hear me? I'm screaming. And by trimming a tank, I mean like, hey. Does anybody need their Ludwigia to be growing this long? You know, and I'm lazy, guys. I'm lazy. And the fish don't have any room to swim. Nice little Java fern. Just chilling out. Yeah, this is all. I'm pretty sure most of this is not underwater like that. Maybe is growing above water. Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to pull the red root floaters and set them in the bucket so that I don't like just wreck them and throw them all away while I get predominantly the Ludwigia is what grows the fastest in here, which is surprising. In the past, I've found that Naja grass, the guppy grass, it grows like the crazy fast. And there's even hornwort in here in the like dirted tanks, man. But now I'm gonna remove all of this I'm gonna remove all this Ludwigia that used the nutrients in my dirt to grow, and that's going to be a bunch of nutrient removal from the system overall, which like is okay because I'm feeding the fish, right? But my plants very well might suffer after this. I wouldn't be surprised if not like this light is good enough that it, and like I got this tank slightly overstocked, I think. I haven't done the math recently, but it feels like it. But like for real, the Ludwigia is literally just like grown across half the tank here. I don't have that much planted on this side. Okay, the Naja grass is growing really fast. I just don't see it. It's making babies. But that's okay. The best part is I don't even have like fish that are gonna breed in this tank. I've got a flagfish, so anything that would breed is definitely gonna get eaten, even in this like heavily planted. You know what I mean? All right. Mike, welcome in. Glad to see you. If anybody wants to come up, feel free. I don't have headphones on, so there might be like echo or something, but I can probably figure that out if somebody did want to come up. Snail bucket. All right. I'm probably committing aquascaping crimes here. I don't really care, man. I'm just like definitely pulling some of this up from the substrate, which is not ideal. There's a pretty good chunk. I should have grabbed a different bucket. It's not that far. Jesus. All right. Tweezers. Let's get a bunch of those roots that I was unceremonious with back into the soil a little bit. I say I'm going to use tweezers. You know how long that lasted? Sketty's in here. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. Welcome, Sketty. We're committing aquascaping crimes. Probably already committed aquascaping crimes by letting it get to this point. So, like, who cares? Let's see. I should trim that. Lily too, while I'm in here. Let's scroll through the chat really quick. See if anybody said anything. Amisa's in here. Rainer's in here. Welcome. Okay, going to bed before the sun comes up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rainer too. Zoltan says he's got plants growing out. I am going to the Fishtoberfest. I don't know. I might be able to do that. I know I was gonna stick some in the box in with like a cold pack and when I mail stuff to Fishy Biz. This is not a CO2 fed tank, Zen. I don't have CO2 yet. I've like thought about it. I thought about it with this tank, but you know, that's like $120 minimum or something that I could spend on other things. Yeah, get out of my face, hair. Audio, video, good. Thank you. I'm glad that's. Thank you for answering those questions that I asked a long time ago. Now let's get back down to the bottom of chat. No crimes and aquascaping. Just kidding. That's a lie. There's a stream idea. It is. That is a good stream idea. Is that so, Sketty? I'm giving myself fish TB or something by rubbing my face like that. That's exciting. The kids deserve new fish. All right. Let's try and stick you into this log. Whenever I'm doing stuff with the tweezers, it feels like I'm like stirring noodles, you know? I'm like making a giant soup. You probably can't hear that when I'm muttering. Unless it's listening to me through this microphone. This camera has a microphone. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna trim this fillet. turn you back so I can read it better. You're going to go to Interzoo in Nuremberg. That's super cool. Are you going to document that for us, Rainer? Because I would love to see some videos. I know Lovey had some videos of like what fish swaps in Germany were like. Damn, I'm just doing a hack job on this core. But you know what? The snails are fucking crushing it anyways. I'm only keeping the good leaves. The other bulb has better leaves. Keep the, you got that one's good. One of my like quote unquote tricks, if I was gonna be so bold as to say that some kid who keeps fish can have tricks, is while I'm trimming tanks, I like to set my light sideways next to the tank so that I can have like a really, it's just really well illuminated from the bottom. And then I've got this lamp here. You guys are going to be nauseous. All right. And I let you see the underneath of the table where I shoved everything. Uh-oh. I'm just as messy as the rest of you. And I don't use a green screen to hide it. That sounds targeted. It's not. Sorry. It came out a lot ruder than I don't use a green screen to hide it. No, I just mean like I'm not smart enough to use a green screen ahead of time. And so I expose myself. That also sounds like a different thing. You know what I fucking mean. Oh, Sam's back. I'm just gonna, I'm done trimming because I'm lazy. I don't really know what else to do trimming wise. Except for like hack at plants aggressively. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we have one of those called Super Zoo in Vegas. My hair is long, Sketty. We just cut it 4 days ago. And I just washed it. So it's like still a touch wet. But my hair is, I'm ready for the metal show, you know? Yep. Yeah, like 90% of what I say could be taken out of context, and it sucks, but I'm a clumsy speaker, for lack of a better word. Gina, welcome in. Oh shit, Mike is backstage. How long has Mike been backstage? How long have you been hanging out back there?
Not too long. Just hanging out. Working on some stuff for later today for work and trying to get some stuff together for the stream with Tim this afternoon. And
That's good. You guys are talking about shrimp, right?
oh yeah, it's time for old Mike to catch up with the times on shrimps, I think.
Yeah, I especially with like the how all the different varieties of Caridina these days.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's a large part of probably what the stream will be about. Probably start out with some basics and stuff, water parameters for different species, get into which species can and can't interbreed, and try to make up my mind on what I want to do with my life.
Yeah, I mean that's the eternal question, right?
Right? I can make that happen, Jenna.
Yeah, yeah.
Old.
I am stoked about that though because I also don't know anything about Caridina except for like people keep the tangerine tie with the or tigers. I think Tang Tai is like a mix of the tangerine tiger and the Tai B, and that gets confusing. That also gets confusing.
I'm taking notes, so I don't know if we'll have enough time to cover a huge portion of material, but we should at least get a decent little starter going here.
Rainer says you should talk about the cleaner strip too. Get him into saltwater.
That might be a tough task to convince Tim to go salty, but
You could do just a salty shrimp. He should do the Ope Ula first, because then you can convince him to buy some saltwater test kits and like a refractometer
just
for the
slowly
brackish.
ease him into it.
Yeah, and then you've already got all the equipment for saltwater. Just do a small saltwater shrimp tank.
Right?
Have some sexy shrimp. It'll be fun.
So, I had a buddy of mine actually had it started out as a 5-gallon tank, and then he built kind of a sump in the back of it to make it kind of an all-in-one type deal.
Yeah.
And he put a
Oh damn.
Biolineatus blenny in there, and then he had some sexy shrimp in there, and it was a cool little deal. He just had some pallies and zoas, and then he put that was one of the old, I don't even know if you can find them anymore, but the Par 38 style bulbs over the top of it.
My
So,
my other project right here is I'm working on a salty pico jar. If this thing will like point where I want it to. But it's a 2-gallon. Got like stuff everywhere. 2-gallon Anchor Hawking. And I don't have sand or whatnot in it yet, but some of that's getting delivered today.
awesome.
And I think we're going to do the Ope Ula in that and a mangrove at the top.
Cool.
And eventually that mangrove is going to break the jar, and that'll be a really good clickbait video for me to make.
Yeah, I won't say anything about that, Sam. I saw your comment, but I'm not trying to start problems, so I'll keep my mouth shut.
Gina says she's taking bumblebee shrimp and sexy shrimp to the Clash. That's awesome. The other thing. I might do hermits instead of Ope Ula, because some of those are euryhaline enough that you can ease them into a brackish setup.
That'd be pretty neat. The only brackish, like legit brackish tank I've ever had, I had some Pseudomugil cyanodorsalis, which can be kept in fresh or brackish. But as far as I've seen,
you decided to come visit?
You usually have to keep them in brackish to get them to spawn. Super cool little fish.
It's cat time.
It's always cat time.
Yeah.
I'm actually, sorry if I'm distracted. I'm actually working on talking to Paul right now to get your stuff shipped over to you.
Oh, thank you.
So should be able to go out today, but I'll let you know.
Super cool. What are you chewing on? You goof.
What else you got going on today, man?
Today I got work at 2. It's 11:22 for me right now, so we got a few hours. I normally only do an hour stream because there's a couple people that go after me, and I need time to like switch from streamer mode to I gotta go to work mode.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between the two right now. Still stuck to my damn phone for a little bit longer.
Yeah, no, I totally hear that. Zen, the jar is, I would not describe it as airtight. It's definitely got, even with the cables in it, like I can rattle the lid. It doesn't have like a seal to it or anything. But morning, Adele. Hey,
Speaking of setting
Nathan
stuff up,
and Ian.
what's your plan for setting up these Grindel worms, guy?
I have a container. And I bought this like cutting board mat from Dollar Tree that was on his site. And I have coconut coir off in the corner. And I cut out like a little Does that make sense? So this is going to be, I got to cut it a little better, I think.
Right.
But it's hard to do that without the soil in it.
Should work out pretty well, though. Hopefully you have good luck.
Yeah. Assuming, you know, it doesn't get too hot over there. That can always be problematic.
Fortunately, we're going into a decent time of year where things are cooling down. I know some people, I don't know if it depends on the strain of white worms or what. Some people have struggled keeping white worms without some sort of refrigerator or cooler. But I've had good luck keeping them at room temperature, no problem. But then again, my fish room's in my basement. I usually keep the cultures outside of the fish room, so it's a little bit cooler.
Sketty says she couldn't do well being away from home, her kids and creatures. She'd miss all her plants even. But she'd be ecstatic the first time she had to leave.
Yeah, my tanks, I haven't looked at it since I've been gone. I left August 27th, so we're a little over 2 weeks now. I'm afraid to ask my wife to send me a picture of it so I can see what it looks like, because the polysperma was definitely already out of control, and it is more
and it's one thing to ask her to like do a water change or something, and it's another thing to ask her to like trim your corals.
Yeah, I've never asked that much of her. She'll like, when I was on some of the longer trips, she's like, oh, I ripped some of these plants out because it was just overgrown. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But I've never actually like asked her to do any of it. So
yeah,
lucky for me.
That one.
But yeah, no,
that's better.
I don't usually like to keep polysperma in the display, but I've had a bunch of people ask for some, so I figured I threw one stem in there, and I'm guessing when I get home, I'll probably be able to take out 100 6-inch stems. So there's a reason it's on the invasive species list.
Yeah. No, totally.
But if anybody asks, if you get it from me, it's just a weed you found in the ditch. So.
Matt says that she can trim his corals. And then Nathan said, "Do any of you name your tanks? Or to name the tanks you have or have a setup?" Bentley has names for his, and Stephen P has the mosh pit.
Some people get pretty crazy with the names, especially if you look at some like the IAPLC stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of cool to follow tanks along back in the days of forums before Facebook got big. Somebody would like name the tank, and you get to see it from startup all the way and like as it progressed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, it is really cool to be able to watch someone else's like little private experiment like that.
Unfortunately, the days of forums are gone, so now it's a little bit harder to have an easy log where all that stuff kind of in a single timeline without digging through crap. I didn't hack crap, Matt. I exploited a weakness in your system. That's not hacking.
We got Passing Wind in the house. I saw Sunfish for Fish made it in earlier.
Awesome. All kinds of names I don't recognize.
Sunfish for Fish, it mostly does like fishing streams where they're like actually fishing, but they also they have a sunfish pond or like big tote or something, and they're working on getting some catfish and stuff for it. Big native fish tank.
Oh, cool. That'll be interesting. I think I say it every year. I think next year will be the year that I set up some tubs. So unfortunately, Iowa doesn't have like a super long tub season depending on the fish that you throw in there. But we're going to give her hell and see what happens. I picked up a copy of Ted Coletti's book per Kelly's suggestion.
If you want to, man, feel free. It's super cool. Sorry, not to talk over the top of you.
Let's see it, Sunfish. I haven't seen it yet.
And then Mexicali came in. Welcome, Jorge. It's awesome to see, like, I don't know. You guys should all be at work, but whoever isn't, A Lake to Land, welcome in. Been a minute. I saw you did your tea stream this morning. You were up early. Herd Wave. Everybody's popping in to say hello. What the heck is up?
Busy day, man.
Yeah. Sketty says tubbing was awful this year. Yeah, you had some trouble with heat waves and insects and the raccoons and who knows what else.
Yeah, we had it was an interesting summer for the poor folks of Iowa this year. It was either
Debs is here.
Hot.
That's
cold.
True. Oh shit, he's backstage and I'm stupid. Sorry, bro.
Why? What? I was kidding.
Damn, is that like an Intex pool?
Huh?
Is that like one of those big Intex pools?
Nope.
Oh, stock tank. Gotcha.
Yep. 1,000 gallon. Running this pond filter right here. We just oh man, I got all kinds of dead stuff. They're still fluctuating this damn thing. Yeah, I got to just pond filter with a can't even think of the damn shit name now. That pond filter stuff,
like the sponge.
Just it's wrapped up in there. Yeah, it's just wrapped up in there. And I got an air filter. I mean, an air sponge right there.
Cool. How hot does it get out there?
It doesn't get that hot. With this cover on it, it doesn't really get hot at all. It stays in the 70s.
There you go. That's smart.
Yeah.
So what all do you have stocked in there again?
I got bluegill. I got warmouth. I got green sunfish. I got some largemouth bass, and a couple different species of minnows from the lake around here. I had
That's
to sit and find the
incredible.
moonstone.
I don't have anything to add to that. That's insane.
And just to let you know, I did start my channel out as a fish channel first.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, I mostly
Yeah.
see you when you're doing those night fishing videos.
Yeah. I mean, I've been at this for about almost 5 years now on YouTube. I've just been doing a lot of different things on my channel.
Yeah. I mean, do what you love, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason to like unless you're really trying to hustle and you want YouTube to be your hustle, which I don't think most of us do.
Oh shit.
You don't need to keep it like super targeted because you're just making the content for you and your friends and whoever wants to see it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, I enjoy like making videos and talking to folks on YouTube, but I can't imagine that being my job or like a serious source of income that I actually rely on to get by.
Yeah.
Some of
I know.
those people that do put freaking crazy time into it. I mean,
I already
think
work at home. So like doing YouTube on top of that, it sucks sometimes.
right. I think it was Bentley that made a video last year, maybe, and he kind of broke down like the amount of work he put into his videos versus his return as far as being monetized, and it broke down to like $5 or $6 an hour. And I mean, he goes pretty hard on YouTube, so that's a lot of time for not a lot of money.
Oh yeah, you can be sitting there making more money flipping burgers.
I mean, the rest of us appreciate his work, but I can't like these guys that more or less do this for just short of a living or is like a serious second job. I was like, holy crap, man! I could go mow grass or shovel snow for twice that much, easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be their passion, you know? Or you sell out and you are doing advertisements, right? You do sensationalist, whatever.
A lot of the time, I feel like these guys that, I mean, our hobby has like a lot of stuff in it, but most of these people generally specialize in a fairly small area of it. And I feel like once they get monetized and they try to make it like a serious income adventure, I guess, they end up repeating a lot of the same content just because they run out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. And like you might learn a couple things. Like I think there's value in remaking a new video every like 2 to 4 years. But even that is frequent, you know?
Yeah. And I don't know, it seems like generally like I've seen it in a bunch of channels, like they start making some decent money and then the content just goes to crap.
Yep.
So it's not like they're not just remaking videos with new information or better quality video and stuff. It's just a lot of junk.
Yeah.
Well, Nathan's is exactly what mine is people are always asking me, they're like, you're talking about this stuff, but like what? Can you show me what you mean? Because I have no, you're saying words and I've got no clue what you mean. Like when I talk about surface skimmers or the dirted under gravel and things, it's all just like.
Well, you gotta understand, people. There's two ways people learn.
Yeah.
Some people can learn verbally, and majority of the people have to learn by visual.
Yeah, and a lot of people, even if you learn verbally, there's a difference between that and like reading words on a page in a YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Like that's not exactly the best medium to teach people things or explain things. Have a good night. Thanks for coming, Ian.
Catch you later. Yeah, Nathan said he doesn't watch his videos outside of the stuff that I edit, and I only watch it like as I'm editing it. I don't watch any of my stuff largely because I can't stand my own voice. So kudos to you guys for listening to me. But
Yeah, I haven't made any more videos because I couldn't handle editing. Like the first one irritated me so much editing it, and then I watched it after and I wasn't happy with the final product. You know what I mean?
right.
I don't know. Like some of my fuck ups were like, it was just perfect. So I had to let it ride. Like there's certain things that you just let it ride, just for the
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna like get
stuff.
rid of it. I just I wasn't happy with my first video, and so I was like, I'll just do live streams. I don't need to make videos. I left them up. Oh,
I don't think I've ever.
Go ahead.
I don't think I have ever edited a video.
No, you just put them out whole, raw.
Uncut. Yep.
Yeah, I like took a bunch of pictures, and so I had like kind of a slideshow with some music that was supposed to be royalty free, and then ended up I got struck for it anyways.
Perfect.
I was like, cool, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Budget Pond Keeper is in. Welcome.
Well, I got another channel. I got not on YouTube, but on Rumble.
Yeah.
But I do something else on there.
Is that like Bumble or Hinge or Tinder?
Rumble is like an alternative.
It's an alternative to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard mixed
But
things
it's a
about
free
it.
speech.
I don't remember if it's like owned by or what, but for a while it was viewed as like an alt-right haven, like where everybody was run from. They were like getting kicked off of YouTube, and that's where they would run to. But I don't know if that's the case anymore. I know a lot of times it's also like if there's like gun content isn't necessarily politically anything, you know what I mean? But it is not exactly advertiser friendly as far as YouTube is concerned. And so except for like a couple channels that they let still exist on here because they make them enough money, a lot of that kind of content moved over to I know there was Utreon, and then there was Rumble, and there's a couple other like alternative things like that.
Yeah.
Rainer says he puts his shark video on Rumbles. Yeah, because you can't do like live feeding on YouTube or anything like that.
Yep.
But I do know, like, if you Google anything about Rumble, you're gonna get stuff where it's like, this is where all the political refugees, for lack of a better term, that's what they want to view themselves as, right?
Hey,
We're being persecuted. Free speech without consequences doesn't exist.
right? Can I get
One or the
asylum
other.
on Rumble?
What was that, Mike?
I said, can I get asylum on Rumble?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I've been using it for about the last month. I haven't had a problem.
Is there much of an audience over there? Like, I've never looked at it, so I don't know how many people actually use it.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I do a lot more better over on Rumble than I have over here on YouTube.
I know some
I do
people
way
that,
better.
like, they stream from, like, they'll multi-stream from like YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and all the things.
Yeah. Well, they got it set up now where you can do it all at once.
Yeah, it makes it easy. I have no interest in streaming on multiple platforms myself, but I can see how it would be beneficial for some people.
Yeah.
I mean, we do a little stoner show on Rumble, Sunfish and Hunter, and I mean, I haven't had no problem at all.
Yeah, you will get in trouble sometimes on YouTube for that sort of thing.
Yep.
I got a warning on one of mine, and I was like, whatever.
For doing what? Sorry.
Smoking. The Mary Jane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's
think as
yeah,
long as-
that's where I'm at with it too. They used to there I don't remember at what point in time it is, but there was a period of time where in the top 10 YouTube channels was a channel like named Smoking Granny or something like that. And it was like, I remember that old woman, and I wasn't really into her videos, but people would show them to me, and I remember her being semi-viral for a minute. And YouTube
Was
made
that
money
June's
off of
first
that.
channel?
Yeah, pretty much. That's June's alt account.
And just to let you all know, when we do our backstages, we're back there smoking, chilling, and bullshitting.
Yeah, I'm always at work, so I couldn't I could listen.
I'm just
But,
letting everybody know that we do back there.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of the times,
But-
like back in the day when
But
I
mainly,
stream,
we watch Rayner's tanks.
back in the day when I streamed with a bunch of people late on Fridays and Saturday nights, it'd usually be like a 2-3 hour stream full of nonsense, and then we'd sit backstage for an hour or two afterwards and just bullshit. Good times.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people that used to do those late night streams on the weekends don't stream anymore. So like Anthony or Dave or those folks.
I don't know. I've created a lot of good relationships so far with different people of different walks. You know, like my little community that I have, I got people that do metal detecting, from metal detecting to doing cartoons. I mean, it's just all over the spectrum.
yeah.
That's awesome. It's like, honestly, like most of the people that I've met through fish, 99% of the time that I talk to them, we don't talk about fish at all. It's completely different hobbies, totally unrelated. But just funny how you make those connections.
Oh, it is. I mean, I have multiple hobbies. Multiple. And that's my problem, is I have too many, and I have too many projects going in all those hobbies and don't have time to do it.
Unfortunately, all my hobbies take up a lot of time and a lot of money. So I have a ton of hobbies and I'll go big on one for 6 months at a time, and then I'll find something different for my Jeep or whatever. So I'll go big on the Jeep for a while. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I hear that. Or like something will break and you'll have to fix it, but in the process of fixing it, you'll have done research
oh yeah,
and you'll have found some new toys you want to spend money on.
like right now, fish swap season is kind of coming up for the fall, so fish have
Yeah.
my attention. But then once
Yeah.
it gets super cold, I'll probably spend all my time in the garage turning wrenches on the Jeep. So
Heck yeah.
comes and goes in waves, man.
I gotta go get some fish food. I'll be back.
Is he getting food for himself or for the fish? So I feel like this could go either way.
Fish for the fish food.
And passing wind lets his wife spend the money on new toys. That could be taken out of context as well, just like the one earlier. But other than that, I'll leave it alone. I mean, if she's buying new toys that he enjoys, then keep on trucking, doing what you're doing, guy. Regardless of what they are. What's up, Steven? How's it going?
I do that every time. I bump the camera and then it looks like I've died.
Well, you came back, so I'm sure there's got to be live streams out there where somebody's like actually unfortunately died during the stream.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yes.
Melvin falls asleep during his streams sometimes.
Yeah, I believe
Like
that.
I tuned into one that had been going for like 8 hours one time and he was just passed out.
Sleeping. the
And I was like, oh, that's why it's been going for 8 hours.
Was it either Anthony or Dave? Every now and then they do a trivia night, which basically just turned into drinking games.
Yeah.
Which led to some interesting things. I think who was it? Blackie? Dr.
Yeah.
Black smashed a guitar one night on one.
That sounds about right. That's a very. My dad did that once. Yeah, that's a very musician thing to do.
Gotta smash the axe.
Yeah. It's like, you ever been like tried to be cool when you're smoking a cigar or something, and you do that Wolverine thing where you put it out in the palm of your hand, except you're not Wolverine, and you can't like heal super fast when you burn yourself. You're like, I didn't expect it to burn that much. I was like smart about it too, and I licked my palm, or I like got my palm a little wet. No. No, it doesn't make a difference.
Still didn't end well, huh?
Yeah, no, it was still stupid.
So Steven
Still
said he
stupid,
might be dealing with a mycobacteria issue in his rainbow tank. I saw that post earlier, Steven. What's your plan of attack for that? Because that would be a no bueno.
Here it is. Steven says, I've never mistaken myself for Wolverine. Oh, I didn't mistake myself for Wolverine. I was doing the bit. I committed to the bit a little bit too hard.
That'll get you sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
$36-watt UV. Holy smokes.
What size tank is that?
I don't think it's got the power of the sun as far as UV filters go. I mean, I think I ran, when I had a UV on my 75, I ran like a 13-watt.
I had a 24-watt on a 30-gallon for a while. And then I moved that over to the like Turtle Pond Guppy setup, like centralized sump type deal, and it died immediately.
I think I got a 35 watt halogen in there.
I mean, 36 watts seems like a lot for a sterilizer, but then again, I mean, a lot of it depends on the setup. Obviously, like the slower flow rate, you don't need as much power because there's more exposure time. But
yeah,
technically, the two canister filters that are on my 125 right now technically have the UV built in, but I never turn it on. If it's the same price, then you might as well go big, right? See what happens.
You guys found for salt.
Saltwater
yeah. I
UV
mean, like if it's
filters are crazy.
wattage, it's not like with LEDs where they will overvolt it and then sell you the same LEDs with a different board and overvolted diodes. Does that make sense?
Yep, and then they burn out because
They burn out faster sometimes. Yeah, even though it's like pretty much the same price for, you're like, oh, I want the better one. It's not better. It's actually worse. But for UV, that shouldn't be the problem because they're going to be using the, what are those? They're glass something. What's inside of that?
quartz usually, I think.
That makes sense. I hate when I go to put the floaters back in and they just all go in upside down.
You know how to avoid that, right, Koro?
Be more careful and less impatient.
Don't put floaters in your dang tank.
Oh, I like floaters. I don't like all floaters. But like red root floaters are really pretty.
Most of my tanks, I spend a decent amount of money and effort to throw a bunch of light in the tank, and I'd hate to just shade everything out.
I understand that. I definitely in my deeper I have like a 20 extra high, which they don't really make anymore. It's the same footprint as a 10.
Yeah. Yep.
And that guy is struggling for light because I bought an underpowered light, and then if there's any floaters on top or if the hornwort gets too thick, it chokes out like Valisneria and Amazon swords in a dirted tank should outcompete the hornwort. You know what I mean?
You would think.
Shit, that's the only play I ever got to grow was the Amazon swords.
Yeah.
I did see.
But, like-
Sometimes I'll see a tank with floaters that I like Tanks for Nothing posted the video of that shallow little tank that he built,
Yeah,
put
I
some
think
floaters
shallow
in
tanks
there.
look super cool with floaters.
and that turned out pretty neat.
There's some little Amazon like almost vases. They're like tiny cubes.
Steven, Duckweed doesn't give a shit, dude.
Like a little, you get like a little shallow dish like that, and you could put some red root floaters and like one Neocaridina shrimp in it. But it would look cool with the floaters because you could see their roots through the sides and everything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a couple floaters that are fairly interesting to me, like the Cuculata, which is pretty decent. Or it's not a true floater, but Ludwigia Sidoides is pretty cool.
I am not familiar with that plant. Ludwigia, what was that?
Sidoides. So I don't know. The common name is the mosaic plant. But it's a Ludwigia species, so it's not a true floater, but it sends all its leaves up to the surface and then branches out. So not something that you see terribly often, but
No,
it is
somebody
fairly
was selling
easy to
that
keep.
not that long ago, though.
Mm-hmm. So
Not
a lot of people keep it, but it'd be a super cool tub plant.
Tim is in. If you didn't see that, Crypt Keeper.
What's up, Tim? I was just telling
you
these
ready
guys
for the show?
Making notes for the stream later so that I have some sort of game plan to talk about things instead of rambling like usual.
Have you guys ever tried growing anything like regularly, like a tomato plant or something out the top of your aquarium?
Yeah.
I haven't, because if my goal was to pull a bunch of nutrients out away from the other plants, then sure, but I'd have to probably double my dose on my tanks if I put anything that grew out the top of it like that.
Yeah.
Hold on just a second. I'm gonna like bring my phone in and show you.
I just
I
watched
did a
all
sweet potato one time.
Tanks for Nothing did one in one of his videos. I mean, he's only got 3, but they're all pretty cool. He did strawberry plants in the back of his, and they actually fruited, so it turned out pretty neat.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do with that pond eventually, is get them their silverware racks, and I can sit there modify them to sit on the inside lip and on a certain amount deep end, and I can just use those to start planting and
Yeah, that'd work out pretty cool.
use that, and then use clay balls, and then I can use clay balls, and then I can use coconut husk.
Mm-hmm. Tim's out of detention already. You've got 3 hours, Tim. You better be ready. We're gonna get serious later. I got a lot of questions. Hopefully, Tim, you have some pictures and stuff ready that you can share in the stream so we can show off some of the stuff that we're talking about, because I plan on talking about your contest stuff.
So this is my sump. up from the sump, I run a little splitter here. This one is empty. These two go up into my under gravel filter. So it's reverse flow. It comes up through all these layers of substrate that you can't see from reflections. Oh, that is. Let me mute. Is that better? Did I fix the echo?
Yeah, sounds good, Coral.
And these plants are doing terribly for a number of reasons. Number one, I hacked them down. Number two, probably, so I hacked them down and the soil is probably depleted. The soil layer down here that, again, where's my flashlight at? So I've got a little one in my pocket here. So we've got lava rock, and then we've got soil, and then we've got various layers of sand, and then a bunch of mulm and cholla wood. Cholla. More filtration in the back because I have one of those filters that I am sending biz and everything, and then the other this thing here is a grow bed. And the grow bed has pothos and philodendron micans in it. And I've tried to grow lettuce and things out the top of it, but one of these house plants that I brought in at some point has like spider mites or something on it. You can see, ignore my dirty kitchen. You can see there's like something's gnawing on those leaves, right?
Yeah.
That might be damage from me moving stuff around. Not that you can see.
There's this stuff called diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous,
Oh, it is.
yeah.
Yeah, diatomaceous earth. You put something like that up there, it'll be all right. You already got it.
Yeah, diatomaceous earth, and so you can let that. You can actually, they make diatom filters for tanks, or maybe they don't make them anymore, but you used to be able to buy them, and they're not hard to make.
Yeah. I use that stuff right there for everything, dude. I put it on my dogs, put it on my chickens. I sit there, turn around, and put it around the plants.
We use it on the cats when their fleas get bad, and I don't want to use because I use the drops and everything, but you don't want to triple dose them or something and kill your cat by giving them neurotoxins.
Yeah.
You know, so the diatomaceous earth is not chemical. It's just, I mean, everything is chemicals. You know what I'm trying to say.
All it is just ground up fossil.
What was that?
All it is, how they make it is just they take fossils and they grind them up.
It's not synthetic is what I meant. I'm one of those people that gets pedantic about when people are like chemical free because everything is chemicals.
Yeah.
The diatomaceous earth, the chemical that's made out of is like silica, right? It's a silicate.
Yeah, just
but
basically
that's just
plain
me being
grain.
a stupid, me being a dweeby nerd over here. You know how it is.
It locks up
Rainer's in the house.
Hey.
What's up, Rainer?
Oh, nothing. As usual. No new fish today.
I thought you was going to get another tank.
Yeah, tomorrow. It's just a sub tank for my filtration.
Heck yeah.
But I got a new net. A nice one.
Heck yeah, dude. That is a nice one.
Yeah, it is.
How do I make Rainer the big one?
on the bottom where you can see everybody's little.
Yeah, you
Oh,
would do
I
like a
click on
little
the solo
thing.
layout. I'm sorry. I've done it before. I just like so many buttons, man.
So let's feed them.
If anybody ever needs help with StreamYards, just come up on my backstage. I'll cheat you. It's really easy to use, really.
Yeah, and it's pretty versatile, all things considered.
Yeah. I've been using StreamYards for a minute now.
What time is Mike? What time is your stream with Tim gonna be?
So Tim and I are going to stream at 6 Eastern. So sounds like you'll be at work.
Yeah, I should be able to listen in.
Okay, cool, perfect.
I just
Talk
make
short about
lasers. I don't do anything hard.
Yeah, you only build the stuff responsible for making sure the airplane gets from point A to point B. So not a big deal at all.
Oh, it's awful, but this is the easiest job I've ever had.
Yes, you can use StreamYards on Rumble. Yes.
Oh yeah, Mexicali just asked that. Sketty, why are you putting these thoughts into our head? There's a reason that needles are usually, they've got like a angled tip to them, right? Man, just nightmare fuel.
The moon is getting huge.
Yeah,
With the
they're
new
pretty big. What are you feeding, Rainer?
I feed them Sarah koi pellets.
Skin noodles. They're getting
And
pretty
for the
deep
bigger
into this
fish,
whole
I
phlebotomy
take the
conversation.
summer food from Sarah.
Lake to Land says she needs a lesson. Is that in like
I'm not sure if
the
she's looking for a lesson in phlebotomy or something else.
or
because
StreamYard maybe? She's a little behind in the Sunfish was saying that.
Lessons will be in the back of his stream.
It's really easy to get Rumble connected. Like when you go create your live stream on Rumble, you got to go to rumble.com. You can't do it through the app.
That's true. Oh, you have to do it through the computer. You can't do it on the app.
Yeah, you have to actually go on your Red browser and do it that way.
I mean, that's
They
how I do it
basically go-
with StreamYard anyways, right?
Yeah,
We don't
so
have an app
basically what
yet.
you do is you get your stream configurations from Rumble by setting up your live stream. Then you go to your StreamYards and you go to directions. Like you go to your toolbar, like on your main dashboard, and ask you options and stuff like that. Then it'll say directions, and you go to directions, and you go to custom RUR something. It says custom RT something like that. The code basically, the stream code. So you click on that and put a new direction in, and then you just copy and paste.
I'm surprised StreamYard doesn't have an app that works worth a damn.
Yeah,
don't,
me
not yet.
too. The mobile StreamYard is not too bad, like what they do within the mobile browser,
Yeah.
which
No,
is
it's not terrible.
PT.
better than I can say for most mobile websites. Usually it's like, oh, you want a version of the web browser where you can't zoom and you can't copy anything, or like, and it brings you back to the home page instead of what you were reading. But Nathan says he's ignoring us. You don't want spaghetti noodles?
So I'd say I probably use my computer for 60% of my browsing and stuff, but I do use my phone often. It's funny to see websites that you can tell were clearly designed just to be used on a mobile.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you switch to the desktop version and it's just a pile of crap.
Yeah. No, that is interesting how that exists out there. And then sometimes there's just weirdly heavy websites. You know what I mean? Like they've got too much moving banners and things going on.
Oh yeah. I remember like back in the late 90s and early 2000s. You don't see it anymore these days, but it would drive me insane when people had code set up to automatically start playing music when you opened the website.
Or change your cursors into like having the dangly thing on the website.
That was awful, especially
So
that
it
with the music.
Because that kind of stuff took a lot of RAM from your computer. You'd like get on this website and your computer would just start stuttering and you'd be like, oh,
Right.
damn it. I can't even click go back.
They've got 20 different scripts trying to run and you're sitting there with freaking 512 megs of crap RAM on a Pentium 2.
Keith says you should rate his website. That's a live stream
Oh,
idea right
yeah.
there. We'll
This
just
guy I
go
look
fully.
at.
We'll go around everybody in the Fish fam that's had the balls to make their own website, and then we'll bully
Oh,
them
That's
mercilessly.
what tank.
Oh,
Was
did
it
you
in it?
lose-
Isn't it Fish Fam website now? Yeah, they have a website. Fish
Yeah,
Fam
Fish fam
website.
link is pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It's usually all right. Sometimes it's kind of glitchy, but you know,
It's a
it is what it is.
continuous work in progress.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a small step up from an Angel Fire website.
And then I lost connection.
Did you click a
What
button?
it was,
No.
what was Yahoo's? Yahoo used like GeoCities or whatever that you could make your own website through.
Yeah, GeoCities was pretty cool. There's like,
We're going,
I used to find a lot of really good information about like where people would record their results with how much they fed their like animals and then how much weight their animals would gain and things like that, and then how much different feed would affect different animals and their muscle to fat content once they were butchered, which is like kind of morbid, but where are you going to find that information?
that's super beneficial. So
It is. It's like we need that data, but in 2006 or whatever, when did they get rid of it in 2008? I don't
somewhere
remember.
in there.
But yeah, they got rid of. We got Stormriders in the house. That's one of Melvin's accounts. Welcome in, bro. You're gonna go live in about 10 minutes, aren't you?
What kind
Bingo
of
is
shark
now
is that,
live
Raider?
and daily. That's a bamboo shark,
Okay.
banded one. It's just a
Awesome.
baby.
How long have you had that?
Fresh out back.
Oh, awesome. So you did hatch it yourself. That was my next question.
He's hungry again.
Oh, yeah, he's moving around.
Yeah, hey, I already fed her today. So, what a hungry little bugger.
How old is she?
14 days. Out of the
so
egg.
brand new. Brand new then.
Yeah, a baby.
That is awesome.
Crazy. That's bigger than any of my fish right now.
I guess.
And it's 14 days old.
Well, technically, he was not supposed to have that shark.
No,
Oh,
I'm
he's
not
not in-
supposed. I ordered the other one.
He got screwed over.
Yeah. I ordered a Bali cat shark, not a banded cat shark.
Okay.
And that's what was shown up. The Bali cat sharks stay usually half the size of that when she gets adult. But a friend of mine got a bigger tank than me, so
Wow,
he
I
already
mean,
bought it.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
So are they sending you a new one to replace that one since it was the wrong one?
I'm waiting for my egg. It's hard to get the Bali cat sharks now. They are out of season now. Maybe I get another dwarf shark compared to that one.
That's most active I've seen her.
Yeah. Somebody's messing with my hermits. I guess this is her.
Do you have a preference as to what type of hermits you put in your tank, or do you just get a mix of whatever's available?
I mix them. I usually buy the cheaper cleaner set from the live fish shop.
Okay.
But
There are actually some pretty cool hermits out there.
Yeah, and you can collect different species even with the cheap ones.
I was looking into, there's a kind of hermit called I think I accidentally called it the piano, but I think it's actually called the zebra hermit from
Yeah,
Hawaii.
the black and white ones.
Yeah, and they look really cute. And they
The
eat
red
like
ones are also
cyanobacteria
nice
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of super awesome inverts for salt. Unfortunately, some of them can be hit and miss as to whether they decide to chow on your corals or not.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Snail.
the new little Pico saltwater tank setups they've started releasing the past couple years that it might be like a couple gallons and then it has a couple gallons sump below it?
Yeah, like PNW Customs.
You can spend a lot of money on a really small tank super fast.
Oh yeah, but you know, they've got some really nice looking small tanks, and I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed success, but it's like a better all-in-one, right?
Yeah, you definitely set yourself up for success.
Hey, you want to see my all-in-one?
Yeah, let's do it. Wait, no, can you smash that guitar on the ground for the views?
Yeah.
Then you can put
Or
some
which one you
clickbait
mean?
title in it.
Oh, I don't know, man. No, we gotta make that a separate video next time.
Yeah, for 10,000 viewers, I do it.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good one. 10,000 viewers.
So, that's my all-in-one.
That's cute. How many gallons is that?
Gallons, I can tell you the liters. 120 liters.
120 liters?
Yeah. It's
That's
used
like
right
20.
now as a quarantine tank. With this little bugger.
That's 32 gallons.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that a Panther grouper?
Yeah, adult one.
Super
He's
cool little
eating
fish.
great. He is, but still have to wait before I put him in my big tank. Yeah, my algae problem.
Yeah, the panther groupers remind me of, it's like a saltwater version of the stenopoma, or the bushfish in freshwater.
They are similar looking, and usually they get the nails got a bit of caved in belly, so they look even more similar. That's my other algae problem.
We got Cody in the house too. Sideshow Cody made it. Welcome. Oh. Trying to figure out how to do that. Where you send people over to the next stream without, like natively through YouTube. But I don't remember what's.
That'd be like a Jen or a Bex question.
Yeah, well,
I've
it's.
never messed with it myself.
I have everything set up on my side. I don't know.
That's my low-tech tank. The highest 100 gallon.
That's one of the coolest tanks, though. They're so hard to light.
Still one of my stupidest tank that I ever got. You
Hey,
can't
tell me
escape
your
it.
idea for that tank. Rainer, you gotta tell him your idea for that tank.
Cut it in half.
No, the 100,000 subscriber giveaway.
Oh, to mail it, yeah.
But you got to pay for the shipping. That's gonna be expensive to ship.
Yeah, and then there's no way you'd get it intact.
No.
Ah, it's acrylic. It's a shit.
Oh, is
yeah,
it?
It is. It's got a metal top and a metal bottom, so it's just acrylic tube.
That's super cool.
Then that'll be worth it right there, really.
Shipping is easy for that. I got it myself.
What light's on that tank right there, Rainer?
Castle 360X.
Okay.
It's
do
a
you like it?
marine light. That is better. Well, a lot adjustable.
What color did you end up getting that one in?
A whitish blue.
The whitish blue?
That's how bluish goes. The marine light, it's the blue.
Yeah, the tuna, I think. This is we're talking about the Kessel.
360X.
Thank you.
Talk the big one.
Yeah, I see a lot of people, well, back in the day, a lot of people used to run actinics on their cichlid tanks just to try to bring out the colors a little bit better.
Yeah.
Hey,
You'll even see them put like the blue backdrops and things too, right?
I don't like the blue backdrops.
No, I think they're ugly.
Yeah. Hey, what I got there is a sheet. What this isn't for cheap. Just glued it in.
I've been thinking about making a 3D background using the foam and stuff in one of my tanks, but that would mean it would be permanent, more or less, and attached to the tank until I decide to go through the headache of tearing it out. So for now,
Yeah,
I'll
with like a razor and
stick to what I
everything.
do. Yeah.
That is easy to remove. I just put a bead of silicone around it, and under the you can easily rip it off.
They also make the plastic ones, that made out of that same material they made out of like your same kind of type of plastic. They make your little caves and stuff out of fake rocks.
Yeah, the resin ones.
Yeah, they
But
make
they're
it where you can
expensive
get
as
the whole
fuck.
backdrop
that-
and put it together.
It was and it cost $50.
Yeah, you can buy the that's like the PVC cladding for outside, right? The rockwork type stuff.
No problem,
I
Nathan.
love my Wi-Fi.
Well, Melvin should just have gone live. I'm pretty sure
Hey,
he's about to go live. I gotta start getting ready for work. Thank you guys for all coming in. And like, I feel like we had a ton of viewers, and thank you guys for hopping up on the channel, or on panel with me. That was it's really nice. It's a blast having people up, and yeah. Thank you.
Dude. Good time. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good luck with
Yeah,
your
thanks.
stream with Tim later.
Awesome. Thanks. Hope to see you guys there. Should be a good time.
Awesome.
So, all right. See you over at Maelstream. Catch you guys.